Hi Scorpio, this is your forecast for the month of July 2017. This is a general reading for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, or Scorpio Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. You can watch your reading in 3 different ways: the full extended monthly, or for just the energy influence, watch the brief. Or in addition to the brief, watch the weekly for the upcoming week. Weeklies also make it easy for you to review information you may have forgotten in the full reading. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, and I invite you to follow me on Facebook, Google+, and Instagram. Please also check out my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/on-demand/findinglove for monthly love readings. Now, the second week you have a major card, and so this is an important week. Not only that, this card is further emphasized by falling in the second place. So this week holds some important significance for you during the month. This week is especially highlighted. Some of you are dealing with other female figures, perhaps a daughter, a sister, a single woman, a friend, or maybe you're connected to people who deal with intuitive situations, psychologists, or people that deal with emotional issues. It could be maybe even psychics, people that deal with psychological and emotional situations. For some of you, this is dealing with somebody sensitive or somebody that you can confide in. That there may be a secretive element to a situation, or something is going on behind the scenes. For some of you, this is somebody that you have projected some qualities onto that they may or may not possess. So you've been waiting since last week because, and this week there's some kind of situation that hasn't been revealed, and maybe you were waiting for a secret to come out. So this could be a week where you get some kind of enlightenment. There's some kind of hidden issue or some hidden influence that's taking place. Maybe you're dealing with issues where there's an illness of some sort, maybe some kind of female issue, or you're dealing with digestive situations. Maybe, some of you may be dealing with sexuality on some level. Whatever it is, this week is about getting some inner guidance, listening to your intuition, or perhaps doing some research if you don't have the answer, and getting some advice from someone who does, somebody who knows the back end of the story. So you're going to be very emotional this week. This is a card with a lot of water attached to it, and you're feeling things, and even though you may not necessarily express it, it is permeating your environment, and other people are feeling it, whether you're saying it or not. So you are reevaluating again. This is another assessment week where you're looking at your relationships in particular, especially those with other women, and you're making some changes with regard to that. You may be making some kind of decision this week based on your intuition. Maybe you're trying to focus your will to make something happen, and you're using your personal power. Others of you are letting your emotions take over, and you're stuck in some kind of thinking. And again, last week, if you were frustrated because you had to wait, you may be stuck in a particular mode of thinking that's not healthy for you. This week, some type of opportunity is going to present to you. It could be material or something otherwise, and it's not, it's conditional. There's some conditions to it that you need to consider. For some of you, you're not listening to your inner voice, and maybe last week, if you were taking your frustration out on other people, this week, you're still caught up in your emotions. There's some kind of thinking that you're holding on to, some bias that you are allowing to override all of your decisions. It could be you're stuffing your feelings back. Maybe there's some repressed feelings due to some past conditioning or again, some early memories that you have. It could be something deep in your subconscious that is coming up and you're having to deal with that. For some of you, there's some issue of emotional insensitivity, or somebody's being overly sensitive about something and they're acting out in ways because of that. So it could be, even though this is a water card, on the flip side, maybe you're not using enough of your emotion. Maybe you're just caught up in your thought. You could be, because, you're looking through the world through a very prejudiced type of lens, you may be trying to skew the game so that you can come out ahead, if that is something that's going to make things better for you. Maybe you want to get rid of anything that you feel is a threat to you or a challenge, or maybe you want to confuse the people around you because you feel like they're competition, or maybe you're meeting that in a situation. But if that's the case, this could also be a week where you're going to create some intrigue around you that you're not necessarily prepared to deal with. So you are, again, in reevaluation mode. You're rethinking something, how you feel about a situation, something you previously believed, some kind of promise someone made. Maybe you're waiting for somebody to deliver on a promise, or you're waiting for something, some goal you had, you're waiting for some results. And so again, using that intuition is going to be very important. The negative for this card is intolerance, not opening yourself up to other viewpoints, being stuck in a particular mode of thinking that's stunting your growth.